Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2020 Kia Telluride, we're going to be showing you how to install the Curt 4-way flat trailer wiring harness. But before we get into that, why don't we just take a minute, check this out, and make sure it's going to work for you. With the Telluride being a really popular SUV, people use them to do a lot of different things, you know, and it makes sense. They're capable, and one of those things does include towing. You know, you see people pulling some trailers around and whatnot. So if that's what you're looking to do, you're going to need a way to make sure the lights work on it. And that's exactly where our wiring kit is going to come into play here. So with this one, kind of has your traditional 4-way flat type connector. And so you're going to get your stop and turn signals and your tail lights, all of them necessary to keep you legal. And when it comes to actually mounting this up, you have a few options. I think it looks pretty good like this, you know, and you can just use the dust cover to secure it to your safety chain opening. Supposed to, you can always get a piece of wire loom here that's black in color just to help it kind of blend in. But there's also brackets available as well that you can mount up to your trailer hitch and kind of bend out and have this permanently mounted up in an area like that. This wiring is also going to work with the cargo carriers and other types of accessories that have lights on them. I know that's getting pretty popular nowadays. Now they should share the same type of connector, and this is also going to be one of the components that you're going to need to set up your Kia with a trailer brake controller, if that's what you're looking to do. If your trailer has brakes on it, you'll need this, a brake controller install kit, and obviously the brake controller of your choosing. But compared to the other wiring available, to be honest, I'm usually kind of partial to Concha. That's the other brand. With these though, I mean with the other kit, there's not a ton of difference in it, to be honest with you. I'd feel fine using either one of them. So at the end of the day, kit you really can't go wrong with, and if you're trying to power up the lights on your trailer, this is definitely going to do it. As far as the installation goes, it's super easy. Kia has made it very simple on us. You'll take down a panel, little plastic panel on the driver's side. There's a connector there. Essentially, you plug this in, route it over to where you want to mount it up, and that's about it. So just about anyone should be able to get this done. But if you'd like to see how that's done, feel free to hang around. We'll go ahead and install it together now. To begin our installation, we're going to be underneath the back of our Kia, and we're going to be working on the driver's side. There's this panel here that we need to take off, and that's because our factory connector will be located behind it. So to get this removed, you're going to have 3 push pin type fasteners along the bottom edge. You can just take a flathead screwdriver, pry underneath the head of them, and then pop them out. And there's going to be a couple more up along there on the bottom of our frame. So there's a plastic nut that's attached to a metal stud. And with these, you can take a 14mm socket and an extension and just loosen them by hand. These are actually going to stay connected to the panel, but they'll unthread from that little stud. So sometimes you have to kind of put a little downward pressure on it to get it to pop free. So I'll do the same thing for this one here. And then this will lower down. And we can set it off to the side. The panel out of the way, this is a connector plug that we're looking for. There's going to be a cap on it. We'll take that cap off. You can just push down on that little lever there, slide it off. We'll take our new wiring, plug that right in, and then we'll take the included fuse, place that into the holder. Now what's left to do is just to secure everything up and route our wire over. So I'll probably just go ahead and do that now and then show you how it looks once I'm done. So I went ahead and secured everything. Pretty straightforward, just use some zip ties to bundle it up here on our existing wiring. Then I ran our 4-way flat wire over to our trailer hitch. So just run it along through here. dropped it down, and just use the safety chain opening on our hitch share to keep our wire in place. Before we put our panel back in position, it's a good idea to test our wiring to make sure that it works. I'm using the small tester, which I do recommend, as opposed to plugging into your trailer, because if your trailer has any issues, it could mislead you into thinking it's something on our Kia side. But we'll go ahead and try our left turn signal, our right turn signal. We'll hit our brakes and turn on our running lights. From there, I simply just reinstalled our panel the opposite way that we removed it. And with that all done, that will finish up our look at and our installation of the Curt 4-way trailer wiring harness on our 2020 Kia Telluride.